The world's most expensive fish market is opening its doors on the shores of Sydney Harbour, home of fresh fish and high-end restaurants. Welcome to the new Sydney Fish Market. It's close to $1 billion build, and it's a whopper. 3 floors, including floating car park. Join us as we give you a sneak peek into the 32 high-end restaurants, the celebrity chefs, the signature dishes. We'll also look at the ferry terminal on the light rail and what a disaster that's been, how it's going to be the most difficult thing is getting there in the first place. Then we'll look at the design factors and the architectural elements that have combined to make this mega structure such a phenomenal building. The world's moving from an economy of stuff to economy of experiences, and nowhere is that more evident than the new Sydney Fish Markets. This isn't just a fish market, we're talking about $1 billion experience economy play by the New South Wales government. Wholesale industrial facility behind us here is getting switched around into this beautiful cathedral of fish market experience and high-end restaurants, while still maintaining that grungy, back-end, actual functional fish markets. And here's the gangster move. They haven't hidden the mess. They've brought it to the fore, in fact, with a huge viewing platform. You can look straight into the bidding yards. You can see them selling the tuna. You can see them getting the lobster, and you can see them shucking the oysters. And that's just gangster. They've made it a spectator sport and enhanced the experience for the millions of tourists coming in wanting their selfie, getting that seafood fresh minimum food miles, like ultimate minimum food miles. Sadly, you can't pay for $1 billion build selling wholesale mackerel at a low margin. That's why they've brought the big name restaurants in, 32 of them. Here's who's going to be there, and you can see the favourites like Claudio's and Peter's are still there, but we really want to look at the likes of like Lure from Luke Nguyen. Oh, it's going to be cracker, it's going to be fire, like charcoal to be exact.
Here we're going to have a fire pit. Everything's going to be cooked over charcoal. It's going to be smoky, there's going to be flames, there's going to be fire, which is what le means in Vietnamese. Now all along here is the fire pit. Think clay pots with crispy rice and mud crab in there.
Seafood over charcoal, getting consistency for a 300-seater restaurant is really tough. And that's where the likes of executive chef George Diamond come in, one of the best at rolling out new concepts and getting a consistency of experience for the diner. Located above the harbour, this is one of the best tenancies in the whole building.
Right where I'm standing is the outdoor seating. We're going to have beautiful tables, gorgeous Vietnamese umbrellas.
So good. Next up, Hamsi. This is an Aegean sort of Mediterranean feel. Beautiful fit out, absolutely amazing. Looks like a fun project.
I've had a great time, honestly.
Yeah.
I wanted to have that Mediterranean
Beachy,
beach club
yeah. If you imagine the place where people can have fun, eat good food, listen to good music,
Yeah.
and yeah, bring them together. We were inspired by the endless tavernas of Bodrum, Alaçatı, and Greek islands, basically.
See, Hamsi is a fish from Black Sea region of Turkey. I'm gonna say it's more than a fish for the people who live in Black Sea. It's a symbol for them. There is like stories, jokes about it.
There's festivals.
And it's got scale too. This is another 280-seat restaurant. Now, moving through to the precision of Japanese cuisine. Get fish, get sashimi, coming in with a monster locality. And they've brought in a number of little collabors with awesome, beautiful Japanese cuisine. Look at the precision, the colour scheme, the artisanship down to the micro details. TJ Po' Boys by Trippers White. Yeah. New Orleans style, French influence, beautiful baguette, lobster roll. This is a stunning twist on the traditional. And if you thought back in the 90s that a footlong was impressive, they're selling lobster roll. Now, understand this is the ultimate flex in the experience economy. It flexes that I'm wealthy, I'm still bogan enough to eat it with my hands. Requires 0 cutlery and looks great on Instagram. And then this place we really all want to get to ourselves is having the skills and tooling to do it yourself. Yes, that's where Sydney's Seafood School comes in. Amazing array of opportunities here. Look at the galaxy of top-notch Sydney chefs coming in to do masterclasses. Get on it quick while this ticket's still available and move your skill set from just being a foodie to having the ability to create and craft your own masterpieces. So you're convinced you want to go. The only question now is how to get there. Ultimately, the best route will undoubtedly be the $30 million Ferry Wharf. It's put in to create a direct line between here and Barangaroo, really opening up accessibility, which has been the big bottleneck on this site prior. It'll be the quickest and the most scenic way to get there. Now we're going to give you a deep dive on the Ferry Wharf. Problem being, it's still in design phase and won't be ready for another year or two. So I suppose you can always drive. But with the precinct having 400 car parks and a venue that's anticipated to have 6 million visitors a year, good luck getting one. Might be better to opt for an Uber that doesn't have those same car parking restraints, or even a Lime bike or an e-scooter. Just quick go options. Beyond that, there's also $40 million going into the light rail. Now, a lot of you know my thoughts, so you can just run faster. Click the link if you want to watch that video. The light rail from Central Station is just not a direct route. The curiosity of the light rail though is the stop called Fish Markets is having to go through a rename, because with the relocation of the Fish Markets, it's no longer the closest stop to the new Fish Market location. Wentworth Park is the stop you want to get off at.
This is the current stairwell down from the train station.
For someone with mobility issues, this is excessively cumbersome, and at night, just plain dangerous. To have safe spaces at night, you want clear, open sight lines. You need good levels of lighting, none of which are evident here, and hence the upgrade. Sydney's #1 celebrity chef, Falk, undoubtedly will be down here. He loves his seafood, but I can't see him running the risk of the current Wentworth Park station at 1 AM. Hopefully they can get these upgrades underway pretty quickly, and they can open it up with more sensible vertical lifting and a safer nighttime architecture. And lastly, in a couple of years, there's going to be a metro station open within 1 kilometre of the fish markets, which will also offer great access. So in short, an A++ for the variety of public transport options to get down to the fish markets. C- on the timing of delivery though. Yeah, things could be pretty congested for that first year or two, but it will get better. And then there's the phenomenal engineering feats and design elements brought to this building. There are over 500 marine piles, some up to 40 metres in depth. The basement's then drained, and if concrete gets you hard, there were 10 different types of precast panel deployed to create the 20,000 square metre basement to ensure that it was watertight. Looking at it from the inside, you've got those spruce and those aluminium cassettes allowing beautiful natural light to flood the floor. Wide thoroughfares, double-sided retail, allowing large volumes of people to come through. You can see how the basement car park just floats upon the ocean. Beautifully done. They have to pressure test the walls to ensure that there's no leaks. Off to the left here, you've got the loading docks for the wholesale, like the real business end of what's happening with the auctions for the fish in the morning. Beautiful restaurants looking out over the ocean, and more restaurants on this side, also the cooking school and the natural ventilation flow of that roof. This is engineering gold. Look at that roof. 581 glulam beams, spruce, shipped in from Europe to create this beautiful undulating fish scale arrangement pattern. The fish scale cassettes themselves were constructed on Glebe Island and then barged into place to take pressure off the roading system. Then lifted into place and geometrically nailed to perfection. The ridges in the roofing allow for rainwater harvesting. There's also solar integration in the roof, which provides about 5 to 10% of the venue's electricity needs, and it even lights up at night. Is that really a bit much? Well, from a financial perspective, the budget really got blown on this one. However, they also did considerably upscope the project on the original proposal. The project came original price tag of 250 million. It's now blowing through 800 million, and there's some legal processes underpinning at the moment, which could see that blow out to like 1 point. But keeping in mind, this is about to be one of the most prestigious and most visited buildings in the whole state. No one ever looks back and questions the budget for the Sydney Opera House. Sydney Fish Markets is the dog that caught the car. It started off modest ambition and got the works. It's bloated this $1 billion experience centre, which would be phenomenal. In a world where retail is dying, experiences are what's selling. And New South Wales has went big on this, and it'll be a phenomenal experience. I'm bullish on the Lobster rolls. Will car parking be terrible? Oh, nothing's more sure. But equally, millions of people will flock to this. It's a phenomenal asset for the city. It's definitely going to be worth a visit, and if you'd like us to do a follow-up to this once it's open, just let us know in the comments. Thanks. In fact, the entire time I've been sitting here, there's been a dozen pan-sized fish just sitting in the water just there. Like, come on. Look at them all. Get in the belly.